sure on our side. So I've got Erica in one room, Emma in another room, Keela in another room, and then I've actually got I think Jackie is on the line. I've got a session 2 room C login, so I think that's Jackie. Is that you?
Yes.
Yeah,
Perfect.
Jackie's not in the 3rd room, so it'll just be Erica and Emma, and then myself. I don't know whether you want to.
We see out on social media the whole time, and actually what is reality, because sometimes they're not always as happy as maybe it seems on social media. And Jackie'd actually worked with a few of the celebrities, we didn't name any names, in A&E, and it was just an interesting discussion to really think about quality of life and what we want from our lives, and to really reflect on that. But my main takeaway was Jackie giving some interview tips. Lots of people say that they want to care for people when they go into an interview with the NHS, but Jackie, and I'm sure her colleagues, want to see it a little bit more. What does that actually mean to you? So everybody potentially wants to care for their cat or their nan or patients, but what does it actually mean to you in terms of linking back to the NHS's values of why you want to be caring for people, and linking that back into your values and the NHS's values? Leon, I can see you nodding there.
Yeah, thanks, Chris. Yeah, as I say, reiterated throughout the rooms, and I spoke to all the facilitators post session 2, and obviously the feedback's been fantastic. Everybody has mirrored exactly your thoughts in that respect, in terms of, whilst we have these values and these key words, it's what's underneath and what's within those words, and how we demonstrate those words going forward in our personal statements, in our application forms, and how we write that into our CVs. And it was those core messages in terms of, although we don't accept CVs in the NHS and social care and so forth, or different ways of recruiting, it's how you look at your current life experience and how you can convert that and make it into, every day you do certain things that can make it into that application form that demonstrates one or numerous values.
Brilliant, thank you, Leon. And guys, we've all been speaking backstage, if you like, in terms of being online, and we're really, NHS and Pathway are so impressed by the proactivity of you guys as students. And this is just the start of it. So there's going to be more events that you can get involved with throughout. You know, we want to help you at Pathway CTM. If you want to go and apply for the NHS, it's our job to help support you and get there. So we'll be working with the NHS. It doesn't just stop here. If you want to get in there and you want to have a great career, it's our job. That's why I set up this company, to help you achieve that. So well done for turning on and being involved. Sabia summarizes it really well by saying, oh no, it's Rosie, beg your pardon, an 11 out of 10 experience, which I like. Very good. It was great. It was boss. I like that phrasing. Very enjoyable. Definitely opened my eyes to my personal values, which is what it's all about. Catherine, Max, Nick, I just wonder if any of you guys have got anything to add, potentially, who wasn't in Leon's group.
Yeah,
just in terms of,
Catherine from Pathway CTM here. I guess just to, you know, it's great, the chat box is going wild. Like, it's just great seeing the engagement from students and who are taking the time to get involved and ask questions. So, and you know, really getting involved with each session. So yeah, I guess for my session, it was just really great questions asked, and good to see the engagement from everyone.
Fantastic. And have we got one more room to hear from?
Yeah, I can hear from mine. Yes, we had a really engaged session as well. As Catherine said, chat box was going off pretty frequently, which was great. And also, it wasn't just at the beginning, wasn't just agreeing and disagreeing. It was going further than that, and you know, why people think certain ways, and you know, linking those back to not only personal but also NHS values as well. So we got more than just yes and no. So that was really good to see.
Well done, guys, and some great comments coming in. Ellie, have we launched the poll yet, I wonder?
Yeah, so we have launched the poll, and I guess the majority of students that can see that have kind of given their answers on that. So I'll give you a quick overview in terms of responses, but actually potentially, while I think about it, I might save that to the end to give us a view in terms of the difference between now and then. So thank you so much to those kind of 48, nearly 50 students that have filled out that poll. I will leave it up for a minute or so now before we go into the breakout rooms, but yeah, 49 or so have already done it, so that's great to see.
People are asking, where is the poll, Ellie? Sorry, I don't know.
So it will pop up on your screen in front of you. If you can't see it now, it would just have popped up when you kind of joined the session at the beginning. So any of those people who are having trouble, then just pop me a message in the chat box and I can kind of ask those questions now. I can answer those questions now. So it should just pop up for you. There's nothing you need to do. There's nothing you need to click on. 53 of you seem to have found it. So 54, it seems to be kind of creeping up. So anyone who is struggling, Darcy, you can't see the poll. What we'll do is we'll send round those questions for you after this, but I think that it should just come up in when you sign into the session. So we'll have a look at that after.
It's one of those where you've got to just look at your browsers and have a little look around. The poll sometimes can hide behind the main screen. It's one of those things. It will be there, absolutely. And for those of you who couldn't, who had a few technical problems in that last session, no problem at all. We've got you all on board now, and I know that we did get you involved in those sessions. So well done for persevering. Sometimes that does happen with technology, but well done again for doing the polls.
So just to let you know, the practice nurse Sam is also trying to get into the session. So I've just resent her the link.
That's absolutely fine. We've got Sam in one of the rooms now. So we've got 3 rooms coming. We've got Sam, Erica and Emma from the speaker's perspective. So
yeah,
they should all be
and then myself and Leon can still do a 15-minute careers session.
Great. Okay, that should all be kind of ready to go then. So I'll just assign those last 2 people that are kind of trickling in now, and then we should be ready to go into the rooms straight away. So that's everyone ready. And Sam, just do kind of turn on your mic and video quickly, just so we know that's all okay before we go into those breakout rooms.
Yeah, no problem.
Fab.
Thanks,
okay,
Sam. Sorry for the technicals.
No, it's no problem. I couldn't get past the form to submit how much I knew about the careers.
Hopefully a lot.
So just before we kind of do go into those breakout rooms, they're all ready to go now. Just as a heads up, Max and Nick, you'll be in the same room together because we're in 3 now. These are the kind of speakers that we will have, but we're actually going down to 3 rooms now. So you'll be introduced by that particular person when you go into your room. You'll get a notification now. It'll pop up on your screen, and all you have to do is accept that, and you'll be in the relevant breakout room. Anyone who kind of, from a speakers and facilitator perspective, wants to be moved around can pop me a message in the chat box, and I'm more than happy to do that. But I've assigned those to make sure that Sam, Emma and Erica are all in those different rooms, and you'll hear a little bit more about who they are and their stories when you go into the breakout room. So I guess from a facilitation perspective, then Max, if it's okay for you to share your screen rather than Nick, and then we're all good to go. So enjoy your rooms, and you'll be sent into them now. And I'm here if you have any questions.
Off we go.
Toby and Colette, are you having any issues kind of accessing those requests to the breakout rooms? I can resend them to you if so. Hi Ella or Colette, are you having any issues at all with your kind of laptop letting you into those breakout rooms? I've just kind of sent you an updated notification to see if that helps at all. Hi Ella, are you struggling to move between the rooms? I've just sent you a kind of notification. Sophie and Toby, are you struggling to get onto the sessions? I'm just here to kind of help support with any kind of technical issues. Ella, let me know if you can kind of hear me or if you're struggling at all. Ikra, you should have got a notification to kind of take you through to another room. And Sophie, let me know if you haven't received that. So, okay, great. Ikra, did you get a notification? I'll try again now. Hi, Fiona. I don't know if you're on mute. I can't.
I am. I was. So I was just keen just to see if I can go into another room. So
yeah,
just so that I can see a different variety.
Yeah, absolutely. So before you were in with
Erica,
yeah. They will all be rotating round. So at 12:30, you'll get a different speaker into your room. So what I'd say is, they'll get 15 minutes with each.
Oh, okay. So I can just stay in that one room then, can't I?
Yeah, exactly. Right, so you'll get Emma next, and then you'll get Sam. And then we're going to come back into the main room, and Leon and Keela are going to sum up at the end of the session. So do you have the ability to join into your room? Does it give you that notification? If not, I can just pop you into another room.
No.
Great, no worries at all. I'll put you into a different room, and then I'll move you again so you get notified to move back into room 1, and that's where you were before.
Thank you.
No worries.
Didn't like that.
Has it given you? Let me just try again, and you can always just accept that and be in that room, and then you'll see the rest of that session. So it should pop up to you now, and you should have a little pop up which says allows you into the next room. Great. Talia, are you struggling? Can you see? Hi, Olivia, are you okay? Let me know.
I think I've come into the wrong thing because I had it on my phone.
Don't worry at all. I'll pop you in a room now.
I was in Emily's room then, Erica's room then, on my phone.
Cool. All right, I'll pop you back in there.
I'm with a man now.
Yeah, they'll move round for you. They'll move round. They're just telling you about different.
All right, thank you.
Hi, Phoebe. You okay? Hi, Jade. You okay? You okay, Toby? You okay, Jade? You okay tomorrow? Room 2. Yeah, that's no problem. I'll put you in room 2. Let me just find you. Let me know if that worked. Hi everyone, welcome back to the main meeting room. We're just going to kind of round off in this main meeting room before the end of the session. So we'll just wait for everyone to kind of join us again. And then I'll kind of explain about the next session and just have a bit of feedback in terms of how the different rooms have gone. Great, Catherine, I can see you there. How did you get on?
Yeah, it was really good. And we had Emma in the last room, and with all the rooms, great input from the students asking really great questions. And it was, really inspiring to hear from all the speakers.
That's great. And Max, I can see you too. How did you get on in your room?
Yeah, went well. It was good to have Keela in the room as well, because she has a lot more knowledge in the sector than Nick and I. But it was good to hear from all the three speakers and to get a good
Amazing.
Yeah, I think it's really inspiring. I think I might need to go and be a nurse now myself.
Yeah, and so I've seen some really great feedback in the kind of chat box throughout. So I know there were a couple of students who were kind of popping in and out and kind of telling me that they'd had a good experience. And Chris, how did your room go?
Well, I just got cut off for talking about tax, quite rightly so. So I got punished for talking about boring things and speaking. But when I wasn't speaking, everything was really exciting and good. The speakers were great. I appreciated the speakers, I think, for being really open and honest about where they've ended up and how they got there and what they think about their jobs. It's just really insightful, and hopefully our students got quite a lot out from it to go, oh, maybe primary care, maybe secondary care, or yet nursing, I'm thinking about that route, apprenticeship or university. It just helps our guys just make those decisions about where they might want to end up.
Yeah, I think we had a real different varied routes in and varied current roles and varied experiences. So it's really just to show everybody that there isn't one size that fits all. There's multiple different sizes and different places you can end up. Everybody's done a nursing degree who was on the calls, but they're all in totally different roles now, doing totally different things.
Yeah, definitely. And it's nice to hear a variety of different experiences, particularly after, Jackie gave us her overview of her experience earlier. And I saw a couple of people write in the chat box how that was really inspiring. So it's really nice to hear about some different routes as well. With that in mind, I know we have our last session of the day starting at 2:15, which will be kind of a webinar style, which is similar to that we kicked off this morning. We've downloaded all of the questions from that session which weren't answered. So I'm going to be able to kind of ask all of those questions. So don't worry if you're on the line now and you thought, oh, they didn't get around to my question earlier and I had a really good question and it just didn't get answered. I've actually got a sheet of them. So don't worry, I'll be going through them kind of one by one. With that in mind, I've just sharing the link now in the chat box. So that's the link to the next session. Keela, I know that we kind of talked about potentially rounding off this session, but I wonder if actually, we start at 2:15, should all the students grab a drink, come back prepared with questions for that 2:15 session, unless there's anything else from Leon or yourself, which we want to kind of cover off now.
And we've just got one question about, are we going to listen to mental health nurse? Well, we did hear from Emma, who's a learning disability nurse. She actually works she's worked in the high secure units. So her experience is directly aligned to that, although she's a learning disability nurse, she's directly aligned to that. So what I would say is the things that Emma has said, but also if you've got some specific questions about mental health nursing that you want to ask, Jackie's on the call who can answer any questions about that in the next panel.
Yeah, if there's anything about applying for mental health nursing or anything about I've got quite a lot of mental health experience. So if there's any specific questions, I'm quite happy to answer those.
So we can answer those. So if we want to get those down for the next session, Jackie will be happy to answer any of those.
That's great. And in the meantime, I know T, you might be struggling with access to the microphone, so I'm going to pop on the other link now, and it gives you kind of 10 minutes ahead of the last session to make sure. The only thing is in the next one you can type them, so everyone will be typing the questions, so don't worry about that. You won't be missing anything at all. So if you aren't able to hear anything, there's another link that I've just sent in there. Pop on there 5 minutes early and I can make sure, and we can kind of do a bit of back and forth if you're struggling to kind of hear anything. but you won't be hearing me now, so I'll type that into the chat box as a suggestion. But Keela, Leon, I think what I'd suggest now is kind of us moving on to that last session, if that's okay. And thank you so much to all of our kind of facilitators that have helped with the last session. It's great to have so many people on board. And we'll see you at 2:15 on the final session of the day. And yeah, don't worry, all your questions will be answered.
Are you okay that I can't come back in on the final session? I'm afraid I've got.
Yeah, that's fine, Erica. It's just yourself, Sam, and Emma with session 3. But thank you so much to all 3 of you.
It was lovely to see you, Erica.
You too, Jackie.
See you.
It's still your fault, though.
Things usually are my fault, Erica.
Yeah, thank you so much, Sam, Erica, Emma. It was really amazing, and all 3 were really, really different. And really give a great perspective, I think, and we're really touching about the things that you thought were some of your best moments, and how much you're obviously really passionate about the roles you do. I don't think you can get that until you speak to somebody who is operating in the roles that they are.
Yeah. Well, if you want to pass my details on to any of them that are doing the BTEC or anything like that and want to talk to them about cadet program, that's fine.
Thank you. Thanks so much, Erica.
All right, no worries. Take care.
Thanks,
bye.
everyone. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.